What we're not talking about right now are the Epstein files. What we're not talking about right now are the Epstein files. What about the Epstein files? So the media, y'all are like a bunch of toddlers. You can't walk and chew gum. Apparently not a black woman. Media is not run by black women because we walk and chew gum.
We're ready. We're prepared. Do not give in to fear. We are fearless. This is not the time to be afraid. This is a time to stand up and fight back and to resist any temptation for them to divide us. We're in this together. The rule of law is on our side. We will not give in, not give up. We will not capitulate. We will not bow. We will not bend. We will survive.
And, when you say take a look at numbers, I just saw some charts. These are different cities throughout the world. Red is, okay, the red is a place called Washington, D.C. Look at these. Baghdad we doubled up on Baghdad. Panama City, Brasilia, San Jose, Costa Rica, Bogota, Colombia, heavy drugs. Mexico City, I mentioned, Lima, Peru, all double and triple what they are. So do you want to live in places like that? I don't think so. I don't think so. And I think the people in this room, if you wrote correctly, you'd see, look at the kind of numbers we have. DC, 41 per 100,000, number one that we can find anywhere in the world. Other cities are pretty bad, but they're not as bad as that. Is that where you want to live? The reporters of the world? Juvenile offenders and crimes against persons, as they say. It's getting worse. Not getting better, it's getting worse. And we had a recent indication. There was a story about a man who was just left. He quit because he was asked to do phony numbers on crime. And we're going to look into that. I think Pam is going to be looking into that. But he was asked by the city, I guess, that we don't want to show the real numbers. Let me do numbers so it looks like it's going down. Not going down. And under Biden, it was a disaster. And nobody did anything about it. We're going to do things about it like you wouldn't believe. Every American has a constitutional right to be able to access and petition their government in safety, and countless federal officials and employees likewise have the right to carry out their jobs in peace without being shot. As you know, I lost a very good person.
Thanks for cutting that off, Smith. Welcome back. I apologize ahead of time for allowing profanity on these airwaves with that last clip. And shout out to MSNBC. While he was giving this press conference lying, MSNBC put up the actual crime stats. Overall violent crime in the United States down 4.5%. In D.C., it's down 26%. 26%. 26%. Robbery. United States, by the way, crime is down everywhere. Even Anchorage, Alaska, one of the most violent places in the United States of America. Crime is down everywhere. Robbery is down in the United States, 8.9%. In D.C., 28%. Thank you, MSNBC. They put the graphic right up while he was lying. Homicide. United States down 14.9%. D.C. is down 12%, which is less than the national, but it's still down. Crime is down. Record lows in D.C. And you're going to deploy. Did he deploy the National Guard when the Capitol was actually stormed violently? Did the National Guard come in then and stop that insurrection? Something else is going on there. It's definitely not crime. You're not fighting crime. You're not fighting crime. As a matter of fact, do we have that Cash Patel clip, which was hilarious? FBI Cash Patel.
Our children, and the murder rates are plummeting. We are now able to report that the murder rate is on track to be the lowest in U.S. history, in modern recorded U.S. history, thanks to this team behind me and President Trump's priorities.
Okay, so crime is down, murder's down, lowest murder rates in history, according to the FBI director. While you have the president up there saying crime is out of control, which is it? Crime is out of control in D.C., but the numbers are saying that, as it relates to overall violent crime, 26% is down. Robbery, 28% is down. Homicide, 12% is down in D.C. And then Kash Patel says, yes, record lows. Thanks to this administration. What has it done? I would like to know, what has the Trump administration done to lower crime? Or is this the holdover? Because from my experience, when, you take over, like Obama wasn't responsible for the crash of the auto industry. He sure enough fixed it and bailed out the banks. That wasn't on his watch. No more so than these numbers that Kash Patel is taking credit for. You did tell us what you did. How did you lower it? That will justify sending 8,000 troops into D.C. Somebody tell me. 866-801. 8,000. 8,000. Excuse me. 800. Is this correct? Is it 800? All right, let me get my numbers right because I want to be right. All right, looks like 800 troops are coming in. The troops will not have arrest authority, but a military police unit may play some role in detaining suspects while waiting for local law enforcement to make an arrest. The exact role of the troops has yet to be fully spelled out by the White House and the Army and the Pentagon. They're working on details now. So y'all don't even know what you're doing. A second military official said they expect the deployment to look much like the one in California, which I already said was like 5 times bigger of landmass. Washington, D.C. hit a 30-year low in crime last year. Last year is before this president took over. Now, this is all kind of hanging on, I mentioned this on Friday, the beating of Big Balls, this kid that named himself Big Balls, which we're going to get into as well. He was beaten, bloodied, apparently mercilessly by some teenagers, and they were absolutely wrong. However, I'm going to talk about this and put it in context because context is everything. If we're going to have this conversation, let's have the full conversation. Before we do, though, let me go to the phones. Let me go to Washington, D.C., because I asked for people to call in. Sabrina, hello to you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
How are you?
I'm good. Sabrina, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing okay.
Good.
I'm just, I was just calling to add to the conversation about D.C. and get the record straight. D.C. is not, like Trump is saying, all this graffiti is not like that. D.C. is a beautiful city and has always been a beautiful city and has always been a clean city ever since I grew up here. Even in the hood, it was clean. They used to sweep the streets and everything. So, and as far as what he's talking about, crime, yeah, it's crime like it's crime everywhere, but it's not as bad as what he's talking about.
No. So what do you think this is about? What do you think this is about?
It is about all the black mayors, starting with Marion Barry on down to, I guess I could say, Muriel Bowser. They made this city into what it is today. This is a thriving city. It is a beautiful city. Marion Barry started with the office buildings, bringing in more office buildings in the city, bringing in development. And Mayor Williams brought in the restaurants and the condos and things like that. It's a very gentrified city, and they said the most gentrification that has ever taken place in D.C. was the most brutal, because and from 2013, I think that's where they got their numbers from, up until 2020 or something like that. No, from 2000 to 2013. 20,000 people left the District of Columbia because they could not afford it.
Right.
So they gentrified very well. And what he wants is the money. It is
Right.
not about, oh, it's crime, is this and that and the other.
No.
It is because like they gave it to us when it was burning. I was a little girl, and they appointed a mayor, and the city was burning and said, this is your mayor. And that's when they gave the city for the residents to take over. We didn't have city council, anything like that, until in the 70s. So
Okay.
he
All right.
wants it.
Yes, yes. And you are, and Smith just pointed out, what we're not talking about right now are the Epstein files. What we're not talking about right now are the Epstein files. What about the Epstein files? So the media, y'all are like a bunch of toddlers. You can't walk and chew gum. Apparently not a black woman. Media is not run by black women because we walk and chew gum, according to Plaskett, Representative Plaskett from the Virgin Islands. This is bizarre.
We're ready. We're prepared. Do not give in to fear. We are fearless. This is not the time to be afraid. This is a time to stand up and fight back and to resist any temptation for them to divide us. We're in this together. The rule of law is on our side. We will not give in, not give up. We will not capitulate. We will not bow. We will not bend. We will